I know that after about 70 years of propaganda, I mean, we can go back to Car 54, Starsky and Hutch, that kind of thing, whatever it is. Television and movies have been used as propaganda to make us believe that cops are our friends. Cops are not your friend. Okay? And I'm going to prove it to you with this clip here. This is a clip where there's a couple of people attempting to help a man that's been shot in the street. Okay, this is in Portland. Was shot in the street. Cops show up and they push everybody away, including a black female medic who was trying to save the guy, trying to help the guy. Okay, and they kick all her supplies away, push everybody away, and surround the body, and the dude bleeds out on the street. That's not your friend. Okay?
Sir, I'm a medic. I just want to
Give me directions.
help.
Where are we?
Help, Dad.
I need street names now.
Hey, they're right here. All you can. Help,
Hey!
Can you move so I can look?
We need a medic.
Hey, it's fucking sorry, man. You have medics. You have medics. You have medics. You have medics.
You're beating the medic.
The next bullshit that they've given us is the fact that these are heroes. Cops are not fucking heroes, okay? Look up the word hero, okay? It goes back to ancient Greece. A hero is a person that sacrifices themselves for you, somebody that is selfless. These people are not selfless. They're in it because they've got like great jobs, okay? This is the aristocratic working class. They have tremendous pensions. They get discounts for virtually everything, houses that they buy, cars that they buy, gym memberships, tattoos, steroids, whatever they need, they get goddamn discounts on it. And the rest of the population is suffering. We don't have health care. We don't have a goddamn thing. You know why? Because they're the thin blue line. Yeah, sure. There to protect the rich and powerful. That's why they're there. They're not there for you and me. And I'm not saying that there aren't good cops. Okay, there are good cops. There's a couple of good cops, just like there are good priests. I have cops in my own family. They seem like they're nice people, like at Thanksgiving. All right. But, once they get the uniform on and go out there, they're jerk-offs, to most people. All right. And for them, it's all about getting their pension, doing their time and getting out. All right. In some departments, it's 20 years. Some it's 25. Some it's 15. All right. So you could join the force at 25, retire at 40. Okay. And live to be 90. And you'll have a pension with full health care, all of it, behind you for the rest of your life. Do you know of any job like that? Because I don't. All right. The police unions are unbelievably powerful. That's why the budget in New York City alone is $6 billion, more than many armies around the world. $6 billion, because they got to pay out for virtually everything in the life of these officers. It's outrageous. You've been manipulated. You've been duped. Okay? All right? So they are not fucking heroes. It's total bullshit. All right? Now we're in a state of aggressive policing, okay? So they're pulling over people left and right, stopping people, disproportionately black and brown people, of course, all right? We know how that went down in New York City, stop and frisk. We know all that. And, they tell us that they're mostly good cops and there's a few bad apples. It's totally bullshit, It's the inverse of that. It's total bullshit. If you're a cop, you're going to have to adapt to that system. Otherwise, you will be mocked and humiliated, okay? And you will be forced out. If you're a good guy and you stand up for somebody, some woman that's being, pulled around on the street and dropped on the ground, you will be pushed out of the force. That's just the way it is, okay? So the other thing is testing. I mean, somebody needs to look into this. This is a Pulitzer for whoever's listening out there and can do the research, because I believe that it's all about the testing, the psychological testing. They're testing for people that have aggressive tendencies, maybe even sociopathic tendencies. Okay? They're testing for that. They're looking for that. They want that in the force. Like that dick you went to high school with that nobody liked, the big jerk You know, the big jerk that was on the football team and thought he was better than everybody else, that guy, okay? He becomes a cop and he has a badge and a gun and pretty much, you know, domain over your life. All you got to do is make the wrong move, like scratch your goddamn ear or something, scratch behind your head. He'll think you're going for a gun and he has the right to shoot you dead right in front of your own kids. Look at what just happened to Jacob Blake. Look at what just happened to that man. Breonna Taylor. Do we need to go back to Walter Scott? Do we need to go back to Michael Brown? George Floyd? I mean, come on, man. Come on, man. Work up. Work it up. Work it out. Work it out for yourself. Okay? You're going to have to deal with this reality. I don't give a shit. I'm sure I'm going to get bad comments. I don't care. I don't care. I know you're the cousin or the wife of a cop. So you benefit. See, like I said, I have cops in my own family. And their wives are like that. Like, you know, they attack us, you know, because we're telling the truth. Okay? Although the cops kind of know, they know that, man. They're on the inside, they know it. All right? So it's not the full, the few bad apples bullshit. That's total, utter bullshit. These are bullies, high school bullies with a badge. That's what they are. And they're paid big salaries. You get out with a high school degree, and in some places you start at $90,000, $120,000, $150,000 a year. Okay? Like I said, discounts on your house, discounts on your car, discounts on your gym membership. Everything in your life is discounted. I'm a little excited because I'm pissed off. You know, I'm tired of it. We're the ones funding this shit. We're the ones funding it. Okay? So all that funding goes into the cops and it gets taken out of public schools and public services. We're the ones that pay the price for it. All of us pay the price for it. Okay? We pay for their training. We pay for everything in their life. Okay? All right? From the day of graduation to the day they die, they get paid for. I don't know any other job like that. So I'm going to show you a clip, and this is from the sheriff out there in Kenosha. Okay? And this guy shows who his true colors are. All right? Check it out.
Society has to come to a threshold where there's some people that aren't worth saving. We need to build warehouses to put these people into it and lock them away for the rest of their lives. Let's put them in jail. Let's stop them from truly, at least some of these males going out and getting 10 other women pregnant and having small children. Let's put them away. At some point, we have to stop being politically correct. And I don't care what race, I don't care how old they are. If there's a threshold that they cross, these people have to be warehoused. No recreational time in the jails. We put them away. We put them away for the rest of their lives so that the rest of us can be better.
There are some people that are not worth saving. You know what he's saying there? He's saying that we need to pick up people and warehouse them. Like, we're already doing that shit. I mean, we've got a slave population in prison, like working for Amazon. But he's saying that we need to do it more. We need to pick up people and warehouse them. He's saying men that go out and have children with 10 different women or whatever. Well, I mean, that's a total, racist slur, isn't it? Because, I mean, isn't that what, white people generally think of black people? You know what I mean? And that's what the dude's saying. He should lose his job immediately for saying that. But beyond that, he's talking about everybody. He even says, I don't care what color they are. Oh, wow, man. Diversity. Yeah. You're cool, dude. You know, it's like he doesn't care what color they are because it's all about the poor. Okay? Remember that the first prisons in the United States were called poorhouses. Remember that shit. All right? And that's what they've always been. Poorhouses. So, your boy, Joe Biden, and I call him your boy if you're voting for him because I'm not voting for him. I'm not voting for Trump either. Okay? But I'm not voting for Joe Biden. Okay? Mr. 94 crime bill, that dude, okay? Which eventually after 9/11 leads to what, man? We end up with like the Patriot Act and surveillance and the militarization of the police and, all of it. I mean, this is where we are today. Okay? It's an empire in decline. We are in the grips of neo-fascism. I kid you not. All right? You can leave it in the comments if you're unhappy, because whatever you feel, I don't care, In fact, I'll address it. I answer them myself, so it doesn't matter. But the point is that I have another video here that proves my point again. And what this is a militia guy, one of those white dudes dressed up as a militia with the AR-15 and all that shit. I can go buy all that shit too. Like I could go and dress up like a Roman emperor if I want. It doesn't make me a Roman emperor. These are not soldiers. This is not a militia. Militias are formed by state governments and or the federal government. These are not militias. These are rogue vigilantes, okay? But this guy happens to be a good one because he actually says to some African-American protesters, he tells them the truth about the cops setting up the situation, okay? So that they have the advantage and the protesters don't. Check it out.
You know what the cops told us today? They were like, we're going to push them down by you because you can deal with them, and then we're going to leave.
You check that out? That's like an honest cracker. And, that was good. That was decent. That's all right, But still, he's there, dressed up in his little uniform and the whole deal. All right. So, again, the police, their job is to arrest you, okay? An arrest is a collar, all right? That's what it's called. And they gain collars, that goes in their file, the whole thing, Beyond that, actually, in many departments across the country now, if they shoot somebody and kill them, okay, they can claim trauma from that, okay? And if they get declared having PTSD, they gain another 30 grand a year in their pension. Show me the motivation, and I'll show you the outcome. All right, here's another clip. Let's check it out.
Thank you! All right, come on, guys, let's get out of here. Damn. Which way should we go?
Thank you. Yes, you are a civilian. This area is closed to them. You're trespassing. Leave. Leave now.
Can you throw one up here? Officer, can you throw one?
We got a couple. We got to save a couple, but we'll give you a couple. We appreciate you guys. We really do.
Okay, so that's the militarized police that we pay for and fund with these fucking vehicles and shit. Look, we are the terrorists now. The United States population, we are the terrorists. This shit has come home to roost. All right? And this video shows that they're working with the militia. What they call themselves, they're not the militia, okay? They work with these vigilantes, and they're actually giving them water, okay? They work together against the protesters. Think about it. Scary. Very, very scary, okay? So, like we know, African Americans are disproportionately killed every year. Something like 1,100 people a year in the United States, more than anywhere in the world, as this graph will show us. As you can see, I think it was last year, United States, 1,099, Canada, 36, Australia, 21, Japan, 2, New Zealand, 1, Norway, 0. So if you don't think we have a problem here, you have a problem. Up your medication. That's all I can say. We have to unite to fight against this. I don't want to live in a police state. I don't want my kids to live in a police state. I don't want my grandkids to live in a police state. Sorry, don't want to live in a police state. So we have to unite to fight against this. And the point that I made earlier about the taxpayer footing the bill, basically all of us pay for, all of this that's going on, with the police, okay, from graduation to the grave. We pay for virtually everything in their life. So it's confirmed by this attorney in New York who's benefited from this actually really well, over all the years, because every time there's a major payout, for a wrongful death or something, these lawyers like this get paid, and they pull in about 30%. So it's a good chunk of cash. Anyway, this is a quote from that lawyer. The taxpayers are going to bear the brunt of the cost of police brutality. Sanford Rubenstein, a New York City-based civil attorney whose firm has represented families and victims of police brutality for over 35 years and collected millions of dollars in settlements. Now, what the public doesn't understand is that's taxpayer dollars, okay, that need to go into your city, whatever it may be, highways, roads, whatever, schools primarily, okay? So we have kids that go to school, there's no hot lunch, there's nothing for them, but all this money gets paid out for wrongful death suits. We pay the bill, not the cop. The cop is not responsible. Okay, they have a thing called qualified immunity that protects them. They can do whatever they want, man. All they need to feel is jeopardized in some way or threatened in some way. You know what I'm saying? Like, you went to go get a pen or whatever, and it's a pop, 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 pop. You're dead on the ground, man. They're justified in that. All right? It's a very, very sick system. Very sick. The system is sick. This is from the Washington Post. Since the Washington Post started the database accounting for police shootings in 2005, police have shot and killed 1,000 Americans per year. The count for this year is already 1,022 African-American young men disproportionately killed at a rate twice that of white Americans. Okay? So they're killing everybody, but they're just killing more black or African-Americans. Okay? So this is the state of affairs that's going on. Okay? It's us and them. The thin blue line is there to protect them. They're on the other side of that line. And wealth and the ruling class. And the guns are pointed at us.